everyone, welcome to Lipstick on a Rig. Today we're going to be making this super simple checkered beanie. For this project we're going to be using size 4 medium weight acrylic yarn, and this is just the Big Twist Value brand. We'll also be using a size F or 5 crochet hook. And if you haven't already, then please check out the precursor to this video, and that is my how to crochet a brim for a beanie. So I went ahead and crocheted a brim that is 25 stitches deep and roughly 18 inches wide. And so now I'm just going to join the two edges of my brim like I show you how to do in that video using slip stitches. And once you've crocheted your two edges together, then all you're going to want to do is fold the brim up lengthwise to hide that ridge. And this also creates a nice double brim. So I went ahead and sectioned off my beanie into 4 equal parts using scrap yarn. And so from here, I'm just going to place a slip stitch in a corresponding stitch on this opposite edge here, from where my crochet hook is. Then I'm going to chain 1. So the goal here is to get 90 single crochets going all the way around your row. And obviously we don't have any traditional stitches, so we're just going to be crocheting into these available loops. And since 90 isn't divisible by 4 evenly, you're just going to place 22 single crochets in your first section, then 23 in your second, 22 again in your third, and then 23 again in your fourth. And this chain 1 stitch does count as your first single crochet stitch. And as you're doing this, you're going to be crocheting these two edges together. So just make sure that you're inserting your crochet hook into both edges while you're placing your single crochet stitches. So go ahead and place 90 single crochet stitches going all the way around your row. And again, that does include your first chain 1 stitch there. And once you have your 90 single crochet stitches, it should look like this. So now what we're going to do is we're going to work in the front loops only of each stitch in our row. So making sure that you're working in that chain 1 stitch, all you're going to want to do is place 1 single crochet in the front loop only of your next 5 stitches. And once you have your 5 single crochets in the front loop only, then you're going to switch to placing them in the back loop only. And you're going to place 1 single crochet in the back loop only of your next 5 stitches. And then again, you're going to switch back to placing them in your front loops. So you're just going to continue alternating between placing single crochets in the front loop only or the back loop only. And you're going to alternate that every 5 stitches, going all the way around your row. And when you get to the end of your row, it should look like this. And so for the next row, we're just going to repeat the last row. So if you were placing single crochets in the front loop only, then you'll place them in the front loop only again. And if you're placing them in the back loop only, then we'll place them in the back loop only again. And once you're done repeating like stitches for 4 rows, it should look something like this. So you should have a total of 5 rows where you're either placing your stitches in the front or the back loops. And from here, the pattern is going to be to just reverse this. So if you were placing stitches in the front loops before, then you're going to place them in the back loops now. And if you were placing them in the back loops before, then you're going to place them in the front loops now. And you're just going to want to repeat that going all the way around your row, and then you want to repeat like stitches for 4 rows. So I went ahead and placed 3 sections of this checkered pattern, and now it's time to start our decreasing pattern. And you might find it helpful to grab a scrap piece of yarn to keep up with the first stitch in every row. And so the decreasing pattern for this row is going to be to place 1 single crochet in your first 7 stitches, and then to single crochet together stitch 8 and stitch 9. And I'm going to quickly show you how to do that. And once you have your 7 single crochets in place, then just insert your crochet hook up underneath stitch 8 and yarn over and pull through. Then up underneath stitch 9 and yarn over and pull through. And then yarn over and pull through all the loops on your crochet hook. And that's how you single crochet 2 stitches together. So go ahead and repeat that pattern going all the way around your row, placing 1 single crochet in the first 7 stitches, and then to single crochet together stitch 8 and stitch 9. And when you get done, you should have a total of 80 single crochet stitches. And the pattern for the next row is going to be to place 1 single crochet in the first 6 stitches, and then to single crochet together stitch 7 and stitch 8. And you're just going to want to repeat that going all the way around your row, and when you get done, you should have a total of 70 single crochet stitches. And the pattern for the next row is going to be to place 1 single crochet in the first 5 stitches, and then to single crochet together stitch 6 and stitch 7. And then you're just going to want to repeat that going all the way around your row, and when you get done, you should have a total of 60 single crochet stitches. And the pattern for the next row is going to be to place 1 single crochet in the first 4 stitches, and then to single crochet together, stitch 5 and stitch 6. And you're just going to want to repeat that going all the way around your row, and when you get done, you should have a total of 50 single crochet stitches. And the pattern for the next row is going to be to place 1 single crochet in the first 3 stitches, and then to single crochet together, stitch 4 and stitch 5. And you're just going to repeat that going all the way around your row, and when you get done, you should have a total of 40 single crochets. And the pattern for the next row is going to be to place 1 single crochet in the first 2 stitches, and then to single crochet together, stitch 3 and stitch 4. And you're just going to want to repeat that going all the way around your row, and when you get done, you should have a total of 30 single crochet stitches. And the pattern for this row is going to be to place 1 single crochet in the first stitch, and then single crochet together, stitch 2 and stitch 3. And you're just going to want to repeat that going all the way around your row, and when you get done, you should have a total of 20 single crochets. And the pattern for the next 2 rows is going to be to single crochet 2 stitches together at a time. And when you get done with the first row, you should have 10 single crochets, and when you get done with the second row, you should have 5. And as you can see, the hole is very small. So now all we're going to do is just insert our crochet hook in a stitch on the opposite side of that tiny hole and pull through for a slip stitch. And then if you see any other gaps, you can go ahead and slip stitch into those as well. And then you're just going to cut and tie off your yarn. And in the description, I will link to my DIY poof ball maker. Please let me know in the comments below if you experienced any issues while you were making this, and I will do my best to help you out. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel, Lipstick on a Rig. Thank you so much for working with me, and I hope you have a wonderful, awesome day.